Hello and welcome to another episode of Excel Learning Series with Syed. In this episode, we will try to focus on how to make our XLOOKUP more smarter using the tables. Before we get started, I want you to go ahead and click on the link in the video description to download a working copy of this workbook. Here I have multiple sheets. The first one is where I will do the lookup. Second one is the source data. Third one is again the source data, but here we are going to format this one into table during the demonstration. And then we have data 1, 2 and 3 with some additional data that we will use during this episode. Now let's begin in the lookup data. What I'm going to do is start with a traditional approach of XLOOKUP. I will say, hey Excel, do the XLOOKUP, look up for this value. Under this table, I will just select that entire set of the first column from 1 to 10, comma, once found, I want the values to be returned from the column B. I'll close that. I am not going over the optional arguments of XLOOKUP, which is like if not found, match mode and search mode. For now, let's keep it simple. I'll just close this one and press enter. I have my email fetched properly. I know the first three values are found here. For the second three, I may have to get it from this data 1. So let me first drag this down. And you can see the first three emails are fetched properly. For the second three emails, I will have to add more data to my existing data set. So I will go here and copy this employee IDs and emails into my lookup source right below that last row in the hopes of getting this found with my existing lookup, but that's not happening. In order to fix this, I will have to rewrite my XLOOKUP and include the new set of data that I just added. But if I use tables, I can handle this dynamically. Let me show you how. Let me first get rid of this. Now, before I begin, I'll go into my lookup source table. That's the sheet I will go in. Select this entire range. Go into the Home tab and click on Format as Table and select any one that I say fit. Let's go with this theme. Okay. Now I have my data formatted into a proper table. You can see that by looking at these extra borders that are added here. Also, there is a dynamic tab that appears on the top that indicates that this is a formatted table. If I just click outside, the dynamic tab table is gone. If I click inside, it is back again. Now this table will be given a random name. In order to give it a custom name, I will go into the Formulas tab, click on the Name Manager. Here is the name given to that table. I will select that and click on the Edit button. And I will call it Employees. That is more fitting. So I'll just click OK and close. Now I have a custom name provided to my table. With that said, let me go back to lookup data sheet and do the XLOOKUP here. XLOOKUP, look up for this value and look up where I want it to look here. I have the data formatted in table. So instead of clicking on the column label, I will just move my cursor a bit down toward the header of that column. You can see it is indicating A1. That's the right spot to click. So I will click there. Now it has selected the entire column. You can see in the formula bar, it says employees, and in the angular bracket, it says employee ID. Employees is the name of the table. Employee ID is the name of that column. Comma, if found, what should be returned? I want it to return values from the column B, which is employees. And in the brackets, you can see it says email. So the values from the column of email should be returned. Close the bracket and press enter. Now I will drag this down in the similar fashion like we did when we were doing the traditional XLOOKUP. Now I don't have these values. It's okay. I need to add the data. So I'll go ahead and copy this data into my lookup table right below the last row. When I do that, my table will expand and include that data set that I just added in the table, that is in the existing table. Now if I go back to my lookup data, you can see my values are correctly fetched. At this point, you might imagine, hey, we can go ahead and include the entire column. What's the big deal? Yes, you can do that. You can go ahead and select the entire column A to look up and return the values from the entire column B. But that would not be very efficient when you are looking up in a very large data set. Using the tables is going to be the better approach to keep it more efficient and performance oriented. Now, with this in hand, we will go ahead and add another column here in our existing table. I will say insert, and I would like to add full name. So I will go here, full name. I will also select the names from this second set. Now, instead of giving me the values from the second column, it is going to give me the values from the email column here in the lookup data. It is still focusing on that email column. This spot can be done dynamically by Excel most of the times, even when you're using the traditional method. But in case for some reason Excel is not doing that, using tables is going to be the best approach. I hope you like this video. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel and click that little bell icon to enable notifications. In the next episode, we will explore more dimensions of Excel. Until then, stay happy, stay lovely.